by the coast. I'll be back in a few minutes with more on the wildfire, the weather conditions at each of the 3 fires in the area, and the forecast as well. For now, send it back to you.
Again, the bar fire broke out at 4:30 this afternoon, and it is at 10 to 20 acres large. Now, it started about a mile away from the Refugio exit off of Highway 101. News Channel 3's John Palmentary is live on the scene with the latest details. And John, what can you tell us?
We're about 1 mile from the Refugio Road, the exit on northbound 101, and that's where the fire is burning up in the hills. Let's take a look at it now. As you can see, quite a bit of smoke. The good news is the winds are light here. Some of the smoke is going straight up, but when it did break out, it did start racing up and down these hills. On the upper left in your screen, way up there by those trees, we do see blinking lights, so there are fire crews up there ready to take it on, or at least start an attack line there. It has been crawling back down that canyon. Not a rapid rate of speed, but they called it a moderate rate of speed. Now it looks like it's starting to flatten out a little bit and not necessarily threatening a lot of structures in this area. Mostly these are ranchettes. Pretty wide open land here. Very visible from Highway 101, which remains open in both directions, and fire crews are down here ready to go. And there's also a horse trailer in the foreground. There are some horse corrals, and there are some agitated horses. I see possibly about 10 horses there, and 2 trailers are set up, opened up, and it looks like they might begin moving these horses out of their pens and corrals here. But back up in the hills, we've already seen multiple drops by helicopters. Copter 3 from Santa Barbara County Air Ops came out of Santa Ynez immediately on dispatch on this fire. The cause remains under investigation. There was an early report of power lines down. It is unconfirmed what we've got here in the way of a cause of this fire, but it is in an area that's not particularly populated, although we do see power lines up in that area. Certainly this is a very dry area that has not burned. It did not burn in the Sherpa fire, although we're really close to that area. You can see some that didn't burn and maybe some that did. We're right on the edge of where the Sherpa fire wormed its way around down the coastline here, which is very surprising, if not ironic, the location that we are in right now. They're calling it the Bar Fire, B-A-R, possibly because it's below the Circle Bar B Ranch, which currently is above the core area of the fire. We haven't heard from the folks up there, Kathy and her family up there that run Circle Bar B, and Henry, but we know that they are on alert and they have an evacuation plan and have trailers, and they are going to certainly be at the ready to go, high or low. So we're going to pan down a little bit here and look over towards the left side of your screen where the fire was flaming up a short time ago, and I see a lot of white and gray powdery smoke. That's a good sign. The top of the screen, I just see one of the air attacks coming through. We might see an airdrop here in just a moment come through, because we certainly have the commander in the sky, as I call that person, in the smaller plane. And to the lower part of the screen, we have the horses. We've had helicopter drops coming in, and we have ourselves a team of firefighters that are lined up. I saw the Long Beach firefighters, which I think are a diverted crew from the Ray fire in the backcountry. They have diverted some resources from that fire up here to the Bar fire along Highway 101. From what we saw a short time ago, which was a big head of smoke and a very ominous look, we are seeing lighter smoke, still some fire and flames in the canyon straight ahead, deep in the canyon. Hard to pick it out with the reach that we're going with the camera, but I can see it with my naked eye. And we've got ourselves the air up above, sizing up and see if they need to lay some more Phos-Chek. Just a short time ago, from the right side of your screen to the left, they laid a big line of Phos-Chek, and there's a helicopter now in the field. I think he's going to make a turn and come in and make a drop here, and then we'll watch that, and then we'll send it back over to you. So what we've got here is a still undetermined cause of the fire. Possibly 40 acres was one of the earliest and largest numbers that we heard, although I haven't heard a size up lately. No multiple structures in this area, although there are ranches and some outbuildings and structures here. And here we go with an air attack. The chopper's going to come in right out of the sunlight. Not the easiest shot to capture, but we're going to try and get that. There it is on the left side of your screen now. And this chopper's going to come in and straight dead on. They're going to try and hit that canyon because that's where it's crawling into, and there's very thick old dry brush there. Here we are 1 mile away from Refugio Highway, above the Refugio State Beach, adjacent to 101. The siren from the helicopter has fired and the water is dropping. Direct hit on the fire where we have seen some very active flames in the last 30 minutes. That's going to make a big difference in putting out the head of this fire as it crawls through that canyon. So there you have it. The attack is on. We've got firefighters on the ground, firefighters on the ridge line, and we've got both the helicopters coming in from the Air Ops out of Santa Barbara County from the Ray Fire. They're bringing a couple of big helicopters in, and we've seen a couple of air tanker drops already. That's the latest. It looks like they're going to be able to get a handle on this if the winds stay exactly as they are now, which is mild. I'm John Palmenteri reporting live along the Refugio coastline, the scene of the Bar Fire this evening, sending it back to you.
All right, thank you, John. We'll check back with you a little later in the show. Now to the Ray Fire.